A masterpiece of nature, bringing life to a great desert, where hippos carve myriad aquatic highways to help the waters flow, where termites build islands that grow to support an entire ecosystem, where plane delays aren't caused by computer glitches, but by elephants on the runway. A huge laid-back Kalahari lion dreams about his next meal under a warm sun. A small zebra herd pose for a family portrait. A leopard, all adrenaline and muscle-twitching beauty, races through her meal solitary and silent. A mother and her son enjoy a late afternoon drink. And a diligent elephant mother protects her tiny calf at all costs.
This is the most beautiful place that I've ever lived in. This is a magical place where the water just comes into the desert and just disappears.
It's the uniqueness of the area. I mean, if you look at it, much of this area has not been touched.
The delta owes its very existence to huge seasonal rains to the north in Angola. What starts as a rush ends as a drip feed.
So for all that rain that falls in the Angolan highlands during the wet season of December, January and February, only about 3% of it reaches the town of Maun in Botswana, which is at the southern part of the delta, and that's about 1,400 kilometres away.
Tourists now contribute enormously to the protection of the delta. 12% of Botswana's GDP, more than double Australia's, comes from visitors.
A day you get guests that will come here and in one day see the lion, see the leopard, see the cheetah. So that, to me, it's quite a very nice place to work at.
We begin at Zhao, a camp immersed in the Western Delta.
One of the reasons we have to keep our tents closed up here at Zhao is this very large family of banded mongoose that live around here and fossick everywhere, chat away to each other. These guys are total troublemakers, but my God, they are cute. How cute are they?
But water is the story. Even in a vehicle, you can get your feet wet.
We've been driving in the water all year round, deep water crossings.
There are some for whom it's just a big annoyance. Stopped momentarily in her tracks, a leopard crossing our path in the middle of the day is diverted from her mission. When it gets too deep, it's into the boats, just you and more than 500 bird species. There are yellow-billed kites, saddle-billed storks, great white egrets, herons by the hundreds, African fish eagles, lilac-breasted rollers, little bee-eaters and more.
But for all those birds, there is one for me that stands out above all others. In fact, it's my favourite bird in the world. It's tiny and it's quite elusive, and I've never been able to get a good shot of one.
It perches close to the water, using the cover to take fish and insects.
Oh, look at those fish. How beautiful.
Out of reach of some serious predators. You could easily miss one if you weren't paying attention. She's just ahead, so we cut the motor. It's a malachite kingfisher, a relative of our kookaburra, one of the most stunning of all creatures, with that iridescent burst of colours. She gives us a precious few seconds for the cameras, and then is on her way.
Four big, relaxed Okavango bulls, middle of the day. They're just chomping down through this grass. You can see them knocking all the dirt off every little bit that goes in just to get it just perfect for them. Completely relaxed. Absolutely wonderful. Game viewing doesn't get any better than this.
Botswana has Africa's biggest elephant population, but ivory is again in huge demand in Asia, driving elephant poaching in Africa to record levels. To address the demand, China has launched a massive campaign at home with former NBA star Yao Ming. In Botswana, President Ian Khama has taken the dramatic step of banning commercial hunting from 2014. From then, it's cameras, not guns, for shooting. King Juan Carlos of Spain will have to return as a tourist next time.
I know it will hurt so many people, especially that are in business of hunting, but story made in the long term is a beautiful thing because all those areas are going to get back to photographic and those animals are going to regenerate.
That's the elephant equivalent of a bad hair day. She gave us a little bit of a rev up there with that head shake. And then the other girl behind her, she's cranky. It's just lovely to sit here and watch these little stories play out between animals like this. And now the youngsters are having a go as well.
In the Okavango Delta, if you look at the pattern, it's a very simple area to the animal to survive in. Even though there can be a drought, they don't go far. A kilometer, 2 kilometers, they will be in the green area. All these animals which they're hanging around here or we've been seeing, they've been very relaxed. Before they used to run away from cars.
With hunting, because of hunting?
Of course, these areas, yes, they were before. They were hunting concessions.
Lion hunting was stopped here 5 years ago. Their numbers are also in rapid decline across Africa. For Silas, they have a special place.
I enjoy watching lioness, personally. You know, when I look at lioness, it reminds me of a human. Maybe, I mean, ladies. I just like have a big respect when it comes to women. So when I look at lioness and I look at the caring, how often the lioness will hunt or just like take care of cubs. So when I look at the lioness, sometimes I feel pity. Say, well, she has to take all this responsibility, and then she's beautiful.
The cats, like your leopard, they got a very small territory. Yeah, compared to lions. A very, very, very small territory. Small, limited, because you found that lots of offspring from their mother, they don't go far. They hang within their mother's territory because their hunting technique is to stalk and get very, very close to their prey and pounce on their prey or surprise the prey.
This is a troop of baboons that have come through the camp this afternoon. That is some set of canines on that guy.
This is our tent right here. That's it.
These guys. Paul's asleep in the tent right now, and we have got baboon madness going on.
Our last drive, and as if to underline the hunting debate, an illustration why safaris with cameras are so special. A female elephant was teaching her calf about the joys of palm roots. Elephants can talk and eat at the same time. Their communication a joy to behold at close range. But she saved the best for last.
Just slow down your movement.
She's probably never even heard gunshots in her life. And a vehicle full of Aussies is no threat. The juicy palm snack right next to us had her name on it.
Wow. What are you going to tell us about that?
That was amazing. So close, looking her in the eye.